Here with another tool tip. Now this time we're on the next one down here, which is the move tool, or more accurately it's actually the select, move and resize tool. Okay, so it does all three: select, move and resize. So it's the mouse pointer, it's the arrow, and let's just start with showing you what it does. So let me just select something first, so we've got an extra layer to be playing with. So I'm just going to use the selection brush and just quickly select that, and then if I do Command and C and Command and V, so on the layers palette on the right hand side we've now got an extra layer, which is in fact this selection. So if we go to the actual move tool, press move, we can see you got the boundary box and the handle. So if I click that, so it selected it. If I click and drag, that's moving it, and if I can resize it, deform it, swivel it, you can see it's swiveling around the center. Okay, or I can shear it from the sides, or from the bottom, or from the top, and in fact I can twist it round a particular pivot point, which is the center there. Couple of little tips here, pro tips for this particular tool. So that's the tool. Now the tip is that the context sensitive variables are at the top here, and there's a whole range here about alignment and about spacing, which you can explore here. But the two that I want you to look at here is these two, from the left. From left to right, it's this one, enable transform origin. So when you click on that, then it shows you the transform origin is the center, but in fact you can move that. So at the moment what we've got is swiveling around the center, but if I wanted to move that and click and drag it to there, now when I swivel the object, it actually swivels. The anchor point has changed, so you can just move that to wherever you want to. Say position it there, and you can swivel it around that point. Okay, if you want to bring that back to the center, yes, you could click and drag it, and you can see where the center point is, and it'll lock into place. But in fact, a quicker way to do it is just double left click, and it snaps back to the center. Okay, like that. So that's a pro tip on there once you've got this move tool selected. The other thing to remember is that the second one along from the left is the hide selection while dragging. So at the moment when I drag that, it actually takes the boundary box and the selection points, the corner points with it. But if I wanted it to be really precise, let me just demonstrate. Let's say I wanted to position this so that the very corner of this shape sits on a particular point where you can't always see it because this dot here is in the way. But if I in fact click on that, these are all toggle switches, so you can toggle them on and off. But this point here, hide selection while dragging, if I click that, now as I move it, you can see those selection points disappear temporarily, so I can position it exactly. Let's say that I want that corner to be exactly there, and that allows you to do that. So that's useful to just toggle that on and off if you want to do that. Okay, now the other thing to remember with all the tools is that you've got your context sensitive options at the top related to the tool that you're using and the one that you've selected, but also the description of it at the bottom here. So it tells you, for example, here the selection is locked and cannot be moved, and so on and so forth. So that allows you to read what the tool actually does at the bottom here. Okay, so if we just do Command and zero, and that'll take you back to the image being in the center of the canvas. We don't want this layer, so just click it, press the delete button, and it's gone. And of course the escape key to get rid of the selection box as well. Okay, so that's the second tool along, which is the move tool.